Is Bali actually still cheap?
Has it blown up with the influx of digital nomads?
We're going to share how we live here in Bali on just 8 hours of work a week. So that way you can see if this is something that you can make the move to.
So when we say dollars, guys, we are referring to Australian dollars. But we're also going to show you guys US, Indonesian rupiah, euro, and the Japanese yen. So that way you guys have all the info in one spot. Let's go. Welcome back to our channel, guys. For those of you who are new here, This is Stevie, I'm Nick, and we're digital nomads living in Bali. We know, super original, right? But our mission here is to share the real Bali life experience and not the one you see on Instagram.
So through a lot of trial and error, we've learned some things the hard way, and we're also winging a lot of things which we've just happened to get right. So we're going to be sharing exactly what it is that we spend our money on so that you can see if you can do the move too.
Disclaimer alert, guys. People have different standards of living. And some may want to splurge on partying, more travel, less work, more Western meals and shopping. We get it. So this price depends on you and your lifestyle.
Nick and I, we wanted to move to Bali not only because it was beautiful, but also because it was affordable. And it was the type of place that could allow us just to live on as little as 8 to 12 hours a week. Working so few hours means that we have the rest of our week to work on our passion projects, which is creative projects, and of course, YouTube. So it is a different lifestyle to those who like to party. So obviously you can add that into your budget. Okay, before we jump into the weekly breakdown of our budget, we're going to quickly share a few common mistakes that we see too much and some we've even made ourselves.
Yeah.
Number 1 is sticking to only Western meals. Now, everyone knows worongs, everyone knows that they're much cheaper because they're a local option. However, there can be a bit of trial and error with that. Sometimes worongs are as little as $1 and they range anywhere up to like $4 or $5. So if you see a meal on Gojek and it's only $2, you could be like, oh, bargain.
Yeah, so
and then
good.
You get it and you're like, oh, what is this? It's like for a child.
Yeah. Number 2, partying and cocktails.
Hoots.
Now, if you're a party goer or you love the night scene, Bali, especially Canggu, is prime for that. But as you know, cocktails are not cheap. If this is your lifestyle, either you kind of just have to accept the fact that your lifestyle is going to be more expensive, or maybe just reduce the frequency of going out.
Some places we've been to, they do a happy hour, and the happy hour was like 2 cocktails for 22 Australian dollars. That's like Australian prices.
Yeah.
If you're here to party, amazing. Good on ya.
No
Have
judgment.
fun. Be safe. Don't drink and drive your bike, please. Just don't do that. Please don't be that guy.
You. We're talking to you.
Number 3, rent varies hugely. Okay, this obviously depends on your standard of living, whether you want a bougie place,
Beach
the pool,
views,
beach views. Like obviously your location is a big one.
If you guys want to check out our pricing for where we live and what we kind of live in, check out the video here.
Show you obviously the standard of living that we have, and once again, it may be very different to what you want or what you will settle for, but it depends on what you're comfortable with. There were also other places that were as little as 3.5 million rupiah a month, which for us Aussies is just $350 a month.
A month. There's
Yeah.
no separate rooms, like the kitchenette is joint to the bedroom, the bedroom is the living room.
Yeah.
You get what you pay for, but if you are living on a budget, it is definitely doable.
Yeah, and like the walls might be green and your bathroom might be super ugly and you might have a rat for a neighbor, but like...
We did.
Yeah,
In our Airbnb.
we did, yeah.
So there are a few other common traps, but we're going to cover that in another vlog, so stay tuned. Without further ado, let's jump into the itty-gritty numbers.
This is individually, so there will be some items that are going to be cheaper because we split them as a couple, e.g. bike hire.
So we are looking down at Stevie's laptop, so if you guys see us looking down, that's why. Okay guys, first off, we have safety wing insurance. If you are a digital nomad or planning to live abroad, you need insurance. So for this, we're looking at about $19 a week.
Okay, so breakfast, lunch and dinner. So breakfast budgeting $4 a day. For an example, a eggs on toast at Tribal is $3. Otherwise, if we're making oats from home, by the time that we kind of divide that cost by the
groceries,
days,
yeah.
it's actually cheaper than that, but we're just going to round it up to $4. Lunch and dinner are both at $4.50 each a day. We do have warongs that are about $3.50, but our favorite is $4.20. So yeah, with this warong, we love to get like chicken, it's rice, it has salad. We also then order a dish of vegetables, which is only $2.
Okay, next up is phone data or a phone plan. So when we first got here, our initial plan, if you will, was about 51 gigs, which cost us about 35 Australian dollars.
Yeah.
That lasted us just almost 2 months.
Yeah, it came to about $4.50 a week, but I'm just going to round it up and say $5 a week. I do find that your phone plan lasts ages because there's Wi-Fi everywhere.
Yeah, you're jumping on free Wi-Fi everywhere you go. Every cafe, co-working spaces, restaurant, etc., etc.
I will add that the data pack that we got that was 51 gig, that's valid for up to 3 months. So that's why one top up lasted us almost 2 months. Scooter hire. Okay, I watched a vlog and they pay $300 for, which is wild.
That's insane.
One of my other friends is paying $150 a month.
When we first got here, we got quoted about $200 a month.
The next guy, we didn't even negotiate. Straight off the bat, he said $85. So that brings our scooter hire every week down to $9.90.
If you're living in Bali and you need a scooter hookup, hit us up in the comments. We'll send you over there.
Yeah, we'll send you our guide.
Great guys. They come to our place for payment and they came and grabbed the bike, took it back to their shop. They did the oil change and stuff and they brought it back to me. So good.
Yeah.
And next to kind of go hand in hand with that is obviously fuel. Fuel is so cheap.
Yeah.
It is so cheap. These bikes, like, a full tank will last you 2 weeks.
Yeah.
To fill up that tank, $6 Australian.
$3 a fortnight each for our fuel.
So good.
So cheap. And now if you're thinking like, what the hell, do you even leave the house? Yes, we do.
Sometimes.
So every single day we would leave the house to obviously go to the gym. We'd sometimes have breakfast out and then come home.
And I would surf sometimes as well. So.
Yeah, the gym at the time was about 12 minutes away. Next one, groceries. So this varies a lot depending on who you ask and where they shop, because the supermarkets here are super expensive.
Yeah, Aussie prices.
Yeah. So for us, we do very minimal grocery shopping. So I've put on $10 a week each towards groceries. So we only spend that on like some cleaning products like spray and wipe, bin liners,
sauces, condiments.
Yeah, we do prep our breakfast. The oats, I will admit, are more expensive than Australia. It's about $6 to $7 for a bag of oats. But once again though, we only have to buy that like once a month. So the other month we did a shop and that was a $60 shop. When I've put all of our receipts together, it's come to about $10 just to round it up a fraction.
Drinkable water. So a 20 litre jug, brand new, is about $5 Australian. A refill is about $2 Australian. Rent. So we pay $1,000 a month between both of us. So that comes down to 125 Australian dollars a week each.
Yeah. Electricity. It is a whopping $6 each a week. Yeah. We would do a $40 top up once a month.
Laundry.
The service of like dropping it off all stinky and sweaty and gross, and these lovely ladies just go, "Thank you, you want perfume?" And you go, "Yes." And then they text you on WhatsApp later that day to just go, "Hello miss, your laundry is ready."
And $5 to $10 a week as a couple.
Yeah, we either have one whopper of a load at the end of the week. Yuck. Wow, okay.
Okay, so next up is visas. Visa on arrival is a once-off when you get into Bali and it lasts 30 days. That is 50 Australian dollars. And then you can get a 30-day extension on top of that, which is a once-off payment for another 30 days, which is $80 Australian.
Yeah. Which
comes down to $65 a month, with $15.16 a week.
So I have included that into the budget because it is essential.
Yeah.
You obviously need it to live here. So that brings our total living cost to $270.56 Aussie, or $172.27 in USD. Now this is per person for 1 week of living here in Canggu. Now I know you're thinking, you haven't mentioned the gym. Aussies, we love gyms. Everyone has a gym membership, or at least one, where I come from. So gyms are incredibly expensive in Bali. This is not an essential item though. This is why it is not included in our weekly budget.
Yeah.
We personally go slog it out at the local oval that is approximately 2 minutes scooter ride away. We go there first thing in the morning whilst it's still hot, but it's less hot. And yeah, we jog and we do HIIT workouts on the oval with very minimal equipment. We did have a gym membership for the first month at Avenue Fitness. It was great. And it's only like 1 hour out of the day that you're there.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm a gym girl, and honestly,
I love the gym as well.
for me, I couldn't even fathom not having a gym membership. When I saw the prices here in Bali, I was like, I don't care, I'll pay the price. Like, I need this.
Yeah.
But now that I'm here and I've been doing these other workouts, I actually really quite like it.
Yeah.
I have quoted 4 different gyms here for you so that you can just see the range of gyms because they vary so much. Surya Gym, 1 month is 500,000 rupiah, which is $50 Australian.
Yeah.
Avenue Fitness, which is where we went, that was $130 a month. Revive and Power is where we would love to train.
Yep, looks sick. $290 a month.
Lastly, this is the influencer gym of Canggu, Body Factory. It is 207 Australian dollars for just recovery. Okay, it's $373.30 for the gym and recovery.
That's just shy of what we pay each in rent.
Yeah.
On that note, we do have some non-essentials which we haven't catered into the weekly budget.
Number 1, cinemas. So cinemas range from $3.50 all the way up to $20 for a ticket per person. We go to one that's about $4.50 a ticket.
So number 2, a men's haircut package, which includes a haircut, beard trim, hair wash, scalp massage, and a shoulder massage, $13 Australian.
Number 3, massages. A 1 hour massage can be anywhere from $5, maybe on like the beach, up to $20. We go to a spa just down the road and that costs us $12 for a 1 hour massage.
4, treats or snacks. So for example, 1 Cornetto ice cream is $1.20 from the market.
5 would be Netflix. So my Netflix is $10.99 per month. This is just $2.50 a week.
6, Video, VIDIO. It is another streaming platform. It is $4.30 per month, which is $1.05 per week. I would recommend this as in Indonesia you can't get your typical streaming platforms such as Disney, Paramount, and even like Australian or US versions of Netflix. Or Stan or Binge.
And lastly, Gojek comfort rides. So you can get a ride on Grab or Gojek. Gojek is typically cheaper. We sometimes get a comfort ride to get to the cinema because it's about 30 minutes away. That costs us $2.80 each for a one-way trip.
Okay guys, now here's some variables that it's hard to give some figures on as they vary so much.
So gym memberships, as we previously covered, you've got 4 examples. They vary hugely depending on what you choose.
Co-work memberships. So we work at cafes, at home, or at Tribal, which is our go-to. It is for free. Tribal is in Preranen, and for the first 3 hours to work, just requires you to buy a drink. 3 hours plus requires you to buy food. Otherwise, co-working memberships can be just as much as gyms.
Flights in and out of Bali, depending on if you're leaving every 30 days or every 60 days or even more frequently.
ATM fees. So we use a Wise travel card that gives you 3 ATM withdrawals every month for free.
Gojek delivery fees. These are so tiny, but they vary anywhere from about 80 cents to $2 per delivery. And lastly, food choices. We eat at Warong's or under that price range for most of our meals. However, probably every weekend we might go out for a nice brekkie on a Sunday morning, which could range from about $6 to $10, and a dinner, which could range from about $10 to $15 each. As always, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate the support. If you have actually liked the video and found it informative, please give us a little thumbs up below. It helps us heaps.
And if you guys have any questions, you want a Bali contact, or just more info, please feel free to ask in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Gritty numbers. Why did I do that? I don't know. Sometimes I do shit and I'm like, that is so cringe. Like,